Hey guys, I'm Dan. Welcome to another video. Today we are going to add 3 brand new figures to our sharks and whales collection. Okay, so let's open our first one right here. I can't remember which figures we actually purchased, so we shall have a look together. Alright, very excited about this. Wow. Okay, so I basically got myself a new great white shark figure, as you guys can see. Alright, so we have to remove this little scotch tape right here. I'm gonna cut this loose. Okay, try not to use sharp objects on your own, okay, if you are a little kid. So let's have a look. Wow, it also comes with a little human figure, if I'm not wrong. So does it come with any facts? Oh yes, it actually comes with some facts. So what do we have right here? A very beautiful megalodon. Megalodons are basically prehistoric shark. You can see this figure looks gorgeous. It has a movable jaw, a mouth with articulation, and you can see the rows of teeth inside. I love the battle scars on his body. Yes, plenty of scratches and scars on his body. I love the tail, made of very soft material. Beautiful. One of our better looking megalodon, okay? And it actually comes with some facts. Shall we have a read together? Not too many sentences, but 1 or 2 probably. Megalodon possessed over 250 serrated teeth of 4 different kinds, arranged in 5 rows in its mouth. 250 serrated teeth, guys. That is a huge number. Alright, and there are 4 different kinds, arranged in 5 rows. How many rows are there? Let's count. There are like the bottom, there are 3 rows at the bottom and 2 rows on top, so that's 5 rows. 250 teeth, guys. That's a lot of teeth. Alright, so I'm gonna move on and let's open this one up. This is a beautiful whale. I have no idea which whale I actually purchased, but from the look of it, you can clearly tell it is a humpback whale. Beautiful looking humpback whale. I like it. Humpback whale from 2009. We do have a couple of humpback whales in our collection. I think this one doesn't come with any facts, so that's a pity. Alright, are you guys ready to move on to the next figure? Right here, we have another shark or whale. I need to cut this loose. It doesn't seem to be opening, so I'm just cutting it loose. Let's get this out. It is very well protected, as you guys can see. Plenty of cardboard protecting this figure. So let's open this. We have to unbox this figure together. Alright, what is this shark? This is basically a megamouth shark. Looks gorgeous. We do have another megamouth shark right over here, so you can see megamouth sharks, they have really huge mouth. Okay, very huge mouth that is open up. I think it is open a lot of the time for them to actually take in all the seawater and filter out all the food particles. Megamouth shark 2024. This is a new figure. I like it. Very, very gorgeous looking. So, yep, very nice. These three are basically the new sharks and whales in my collection. If you are new here, I want to show you guys my collection of whales, my collection of other whales and sharks. I'm gonna put 2 boxes next to me, and I will be placing all the different figures into the box. Whales and dolphins into the right box, sharks into the left one. Right here, we have a great white shark from Peppo. This is a beautiful one. And this one is another whale. Just now, I've actually shown you guys a Humpback whale. This one should be a blue whale. Yeah, it is a blue whale. Very gorgeous. Here we have a great white shark. I know it does look a little bit like a goblin shark, but it is actually a great white shark. And here we have an orca. Orcas are actually dolphins, so it will go into the right box. Whale shark. Previously, I've actually always placed the whale sharks in the dolphins box, but right now I do know it is a shark, so yes, we have to put it in the shark box. This is a relatively new figure that we've got not too long ago. It is a Beluga whale from 2012. Beautiful figure. Here we have a gray whale, and you can see a lot of barnacles are actually growing on its body. Okay, moving on, we have a very small one. This shark seems to be a zebra shark. Let's have a look. It is a leopard shark. And here we have a smaller whale figure. It is a sei whale. Nice, very nice. And what about this one? Our first dolphin of the day. It is a bottlenose dolphin, one of the more commonly known dolphins. And another great white shark right here. It is a beautiful figure. This shark figure feels a little bit dirty. I'm gonna quickly take like a wet wipe and just wipe it down really fast, because if I wait to the end of the video, sometimes I may forget about cleaning the figure. Alright, so yeah, you can see there's a bit of dirt right here, a bit of dust, but nothing nasty about it. Okay, next we have a orca, another orca. Okay, next up, let's see what else we've got. We have a Ganges river dolphin. It has a very, very narrow snout. And here we have another beluga. I think beluga looks very, very adorable. I love them. They're very intelligent as well. Here we have a pilot whale. As you guys know, pilot whale, they swim in pods, and there is always one leader, which is known as the pilot. This is a whale shark. As you guys know, it is a filter feeder. What do we have right here? Another pilot whale. I like it. Let's try to grab hold of some sharks. What do we have right here? We have a white tip reef shark. I like it. Narwhal right over here. 2013 figure. This spear right here, it's an overgrown tooth. Alright, moving on, we have a bull shark, which is well known for its aggressiveness. Alright, let's see what else we've got. I'm not too sure whether this is a paint arrow or what, or is this something like I can clean it off. Let's try it. Perhaps it got this little stripe, you know, via paint transfer from another figure, but I can't get it off. That's fine. Atlantic white-sided dolphin. And here we have a blue shark. Yep, that is the name of this shark. I'm not describing its color. This is the actual name of this shark. And here we have a fruit shark, our one and only fruit shark in my collection. And here we have a thresher shark. I don't like how the colors are actually wearing off for this figure. Yeah, it's kind of sad. And this is known as the thresher shark. It has a long whipping tail that can be used to stun its prey. And here we have a sawfish. This is like a saw right here. And here we have a shark ray. Alright. What about this one? Seems to be another leopard shark. Let's have a look at the name written right below. It is a zebra shark. Zebra sharks and leopard sharks, they are basically the same. And that is what I've read. In shark ray, yes, a small little shark ray. What about this one? Basking shark. Not a megamorph shark, it is a basking shark. It is also a filter feeder. Here we have a very nice dolphin figure. Not too sure what is the exact species name. Here, another megalodon. If we do a very quick comparison, you can clearly see the new megalodon looks so much better than the old figure. The old figure has 6 rows of teeth, so I don't think it is accurate as the new one for sure. Alright, let's move on. Here we have another great white shark. I like this. What about this one? Let's have a look. I can't see its name. It seems to be another Atlantic white-sided dolphin. Goblin shark, one of the more terrifying looking sharks, and some of them actually call it hideous looking because it has a very terrifying looking mouth that can actually extend forward, and that is quite gruesome looking. What do we have right here? It's not a hammerhead shark. I mean, it is a hammerhead shark, but it's actually known as a scallop hammerhead shark right over here. Scallop hammerhead shark. Nice. Another beluga whale. Seems like we have quite a fair bit of belugas in our collection. It is definitely slowly expanding, so I'm pretty happy. What do we have right here? Another dolphin. Let's have a look at the name written right below. It is known as a Pacific white-sided dolphin. I see a little bit of dust, or is it like dirt? Let's try and clean it off. Maybe it can come off, I'm not too sure. Yeah, I don't want to spend too much time. I just feel a little bit uncomfortable when I see my figures getting a little bit dirty. Here we have a beluga calf, a very young beluga. So cute. This one should be known as a zebra shark. That's right. Moving on. A tiny little zebra shark for sure, I think. Let's have a look. Is there any name below? Nope, it doesn't. What about this one? I think this one's a very interesting shark. It's known as a horn shark. Our one and only horn shark in our collection. And here we have a robber gong. Very interesting looking shark for sure. This figure right here, it's a figure of a Vaquita porpoise, which is critically endangered. The last time I read, about a couple of years ago, the population of the Vaquita was actually less than 10. I'm not too sure whether the population has increased right now. Hopefully. Sperm whale, you can easily recognize it by its very, very squarish head. I like this. Let's move on. What do we have right here? A very big bowhead whale. Alright, I'm gonna put the bowhead whale into the box. And this one right here should be known as a mink whale. Let's have a look. Yes, it is a mink whale. Interesting looking. I like it. What about this one? I think this is also another mink whale. That's right, we have 2 mink whales in our collection. Wow, this one is a long one. It could be a blue whale. Let's have a look. It's from Schleich, so it doesn't have the name written right below, which is fine. Next up, what about this one? This is a big one, guys. A big one. This should be a right whale. Yep, a right whale. I'm gonna try and find a space to put this right whale because it is very huge. I'm not too sure whether this box is able to contain all of the figures. I'm just trying. Okay, here we have a bowhead whale. I like this. We don't have many bowhead whales in our collection, so this is one of the very few ones out there. Okay, next up, what do we have right here? I have no idea what is the exact name of this shark. Some of you guys actually told me it is a salmon shark, but I'm not exactly very sure. So if you guys know, let me know down below. Here we have an oceanic white tip shark. Beautiful, gorgeous. We have a pink dolphin. It's also known as a Amazon river dolphin. Okay, very nice. Another dolphin, probably a bottlenose. Gorgeous. Putting it inside the box. Let's grab hold of this one. We have a tiger shark. I like this tiger shark. Okay, this one is a cool one. Let's have a look. Northern right whale dolphin. To be honest, I've never really heard of that before. We have our hammerhead shark right here, and I love the color of this hammerhead shark. This figure is a pretty old figure. All the way from 1996. Oh my goodness, almost 30 years already, guys. What about this one? Dolphin, bottlenose dolphin. I like this. Let's have a look at this one. What do we have? A bamboo shark, I think. Let's have a look. I can't really tell. This is a mako shark. It looks really sharp. It looks very aerodynamic looking. It looks like a super fast shark. It is in fact a pretty fast shark. White black tip reef shark right here. Nice. Quite a small one. I like it. Let's see what else we've got. We have an angel shark. Our one and only angel shark in our collection. I like it. What about this one? Zebra shark or a leopard shark? Zebra shark. Nice. A small little sawfish, I think. Let's have a look. Japanese saw shark. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. This one, it's a leopard shark. That's right. Let's see what else we've got. Black tip reef shark. Looks gorgeous. I like it as well. Many of the shark figures are very, very fantastic looking. Here we have a pretty huge one. A great white shark. Or could this be a megalodon as well? I am not exactly sure. Putting it into the box. Orca. You can see it has a very pointed and huge dorsal fin. Nurse shark right here. Another zebra shark. When I see spots, I know they are going to name it zebra. When I see stripes, I know they are going to name it leopard. It is quite confusing. What is this? I have no idea what kind of shark this is, guys. It looks like a tiger shark. Basking shark with the mouth wide open. Very, very adorable. Hammerhead shark baby. Yes, apparently they named this a baby, although it does look like an adult. A dolphin again. Yes. Let's see what else we got. Small little orca right here. Interesting. a huge shark figure right over here. Alright, let's see how we can actually put this one into the box. This is a bonnethead shark. Bonnethead shark. Alright, slightly the head is actually smaller than the hammerhead. So here's another hammerhead. Bamboo shark. You guys should be quite familiar with this one. Short fin mako shark, another fast swimming shark. Let's see what else we've got. A mini humpback whale figure, very cute and adorable. Blainview's big whale. Blainview's big whale, nice. I'm gonna clean this figure. It's a little bit dusty, a little bit too dusty for my liking. And I'm gonna put it back into the box. This is a salmon shark right here. Our one and only salmon shark. Very interesting for sure. And this one seems to be a great white again. Plenty of great whites. Hammerhead again. Let's see what else we've got. Pygmy sperm whale. Nice. Saw shark again, or sawfish, yes, sawfish. 2014 figure. I like it. It's a nice one. Tiger shark, I think. Yep, quite a new figure. Quite a new one. Narwhal with the overgrown tooth. Oh, we gotta put this right whale into the box. It is so huge. I'm afraid I'm not able to put it in. Lemon shark right here. Gorgeous. This is a gray reef shark. I love the eyes, looks beautiful. Tiny little shark figure almost dropped into the little space in between the wall and the table. What do we have? It should be a great white. Let's see. A bowler shark. Nice. We got two dolphins right here. A mini narwhal. Oh, is this like paint wear? No, I think this is, they have naturally painted this like this. And a dolphin right here. I'm gonna try and place all this figure into the box. I'm not too sure whether it can fit because this is a big one. Yeah, it works, but the dorsal fin is actually like sticking out, so I might not be able to close it tightly. Let me try. I think it's fine. I have to make some space, create a little compartment. Yeah, I think the shark, we managed to optimize the space quite well. For the dolphins, oh, we still have one more, then this is a pretty big one. Yeah, we managed to put, yeah, I'm gonna take a nice thumbnail for you guys. Yeah, what do you guys think? Do you guys like the new figures that I've purchased? Yep, hopefully you guys like it, okay? And I will see you guys in the next one. This is basically my sharks and dolphins collection. Hopefully you guys enjoy this. I will see you probably on Sunday for the next video, okay? Stay tuned. I'll see you guys. Goodbye.